All right. Okay, we'll start the class. I hope everyone here is for Azure BI and Data Factory. So please let me know if people are looking for any other course like Power BI or MSBA. That will be other sessions. I'll share you that link over the mail. Okay. So I'm going to take this MSBI profile, and there is a Vinay sir is there who is going to take care about the Power BI. So my profile is just I'm going to take MSBI and the Azure BI. Okay, that is completely Data Factory ETL2. So before going to this Azure Data Factory, Azure BI, just want to give you some basic details about what we are going to do with this tool. What are the importance of this tool in perspective of business in the industry? What the purpose of this tool? Where we use exactly this tool? What are the role that we have? Why people are looking towards the cloud? Okay. So mostly people are nowadays they are going for cloud. What is the reason? Why we can't achieve those things under already existing traditional tools? So these are some questions. Before going to those questions or answer, first let me know what is the BA and what is the BA process. Anyone know what is BA or what is the BA process? What we do in BA process or what we do in BA? Anyone know here? The BA process. Then we'll see what is the cloud. What is the Azure? What are the different cloud providers? In the market currently and types of clouds. So any tool, if you go in the real time, yes, definitely we are going to share every day recordings. There is no doubt. That is what I ask you the details. Daily basis, I'll share all the recordings, materials, and other stuff like course content and other some installation document is there. All these things I'm going to share. Okay, there is no doubt. Whatever we do in the classes, that all we're going to share on daily basis. So I have a drive, each batch wise drive we have. Based on the drive, I'm going to share. Okay. So don't worry. I'm going to share this recording. So each batches wise we have a folders. Accordingly, I'll share. Okay. All right. So before going to this tools, before going to all these things, first we'll understand what is a BA. So I hope you people heard there are different tools in the market. For ETL, they use SSIS. For reporting, they use SSRS. For analysis, they use SSES. Some other tool like a Tableau, reporting, some ClickView, some SAP tools, some Cognos reporting. And same like one of the tool is under this Power BI. So same thing we got in cloud called Azure BI, which involved number of operations, number of services can be implemented under this Azure. Number of services. The services are nothing but your data factory, your data lake, your blob storages, your other data lake analytics, Synapse data warehouse, data lake analytics, data lake analytics, and other things. So like this, we have number of services are there inside your Azure BI. Number of services there inside your Azure BI. So these all complete tools are traditional tools. These complete tools are traditional tools. So we whatever the till now whatever the some proper structured data is there, only that data level we can process till now. When you coming to the Azure BI, it have a different formats of data, different sources, different targets that we have under Azure BI. So I'll tell you that. Don't worry, the practical I'll give you. Before going to practically, before seeing this all tool, we'll understand the BI process. Very, very important. If you know the BI process, in future, whatever tool you want, you can jump. Why people are coming from Power BI to Data Factory? Why other developers are coming to the Data Factory or Azure? As per the market, cloud, right now it is booming. Lot of opportunities in cloud. So on the reference of this, they are jumping to the Data Factory. So people who know the BI process, the people who know the BA process, he can work in any of this tool in the real time. The person know about what actually we do in BA process, what is a BA process, what is BA, how it works. Just tools are different. Just tools are different. This is some tools that you are learning about. So you are not coding anything, you are not developing anything, you are already developed a tool, you are using it. Inside that developed tool, you are developing some your type of program. Programming, so you are nowhere code anywhere except the SQL. So before going to this, first we need to understand this BA process. Okay, so I'll just give some basic information about BA process. Okay, I hope you have different definitions for BA, business intelligence, that help you for the reporting for other things. If I ask for reporting developers what is BA, they'll say this BI, business intelligence, is a process to help the business to take a business decisions. If I ask you the ETL developers, SSIS or Data Factory or any ETL developer, if I ask them what is BA process, there are their definitions. So the process nothing but whatever the source that we have, the source maybe comes from different applications. The data may comes from different applications, maybe come from databases, maybe come from files, maybe come from CSV, maybe TXT, Excel, JSON, whatever it is. Or maybe databases like SQL, Oracle, MySQL, whatever it is. Or maybe live databases like API REST or other thing, other applications directly. Whatever the data comes, the data may be in different formats. The data in different format. Different format means it may be a structured data, it may be a semi-structured data, it may be unstructured data. Till now, whatever you are doing in these traditional tools are only max to max semi-structure. Semi-structure also most of the tools will not support. So now in this real world, we are going to get any format of data from any of the sources. You are not only just targeting for the BA, definitely you will be targeting or you will be part of the AIT to process that big data. To process that big data, you just not only working for a business intelligence, you also working for artificial intelligence to process the big data as requested format. As requested format. So we cannot predict the data may come from different sources. The data may come from different sources. So you have to be ready with your requirement. It may be structured, semi-structured or unstructured. So that information, whatever that data is there in different format, if I directly give to the business team to analyze, if I directly give to business team to analyze, they won't understand this data. They want proper information, proper report. So that is what the ETL developers comes into the picture. These ETL developers, what they do, they process this data. They process this data into a meaningful information. Meaningful information. That meaningful information will help to the business team to take a business decisions. Is all about taking the business decisions. So before taking the decisions, they will analyze the report, they will check the report, how the report will be built, report required through a proper information. This information will be designed through data. So to take business decisions, it is not as simple. We require a proper report, proper analysis from business side. The information may generate through data. That meaningful data we will be processing. This is our work. Our work is still to provide this level. As a ETL developer, our work is, or as a Azure developer or as a data factory developer, your work is to extract the data from different sources, transform them into proper meaningful information, then process into final target into proper information. So that information should understand by business team or developer, whoever is report developer, he can easily do a reporting. By using that reporting, they take a business decisions. So in any of the tool, if you go in real time, this all will help you to process your data. Some tools are like ETL tools, like Informatica, like Data Stage. So different tools that we have. Reporting again. This is Power BI, also one of the reporting tool in the market. Tableau, some level of modeling and reporting. Both we can perform ETL and other things reporting. So this each tool have own purpose. But it going to target to your BI. Finally, what the result they'll give you? They have to pro generate some basic reports. So this is not our part. We are not going to generate any reports. We are helping the reports developers to get their desired format of data. We are handling the different formats of data. We are going to give them proper information. So let's take basic example to understand more about the BI. I'll not go much technical today. So practically I'll show you this method. Okay, practically we'll see this flow. This is how we get the data from different sources. This is high level of picture. Generally, if I ask the business team what they want in the result, they'll say this is the reports, this is the data. They want to see in different formats, in different visualizations. Who will generate this report? Maybe the Power BI. It's not only Power BI. People, companies, they use different formats. They use SSRS, they'll use Cognos, they'll use Tableau. This is not our work. Our module is to help them to get the desired format requested data. This is our work. This is as a Azure developer, as a data factory developer, we would do here, our ETL developers. The data may comes from the different sources. The data may come from different sources. So the different sources data, you need to process them, you need to design them into proper meaning information. So let's take basic example. Let's suppose, hope you heard the supermarket. Okay, you heard the supermarket. What we do in supermarket, we purchase some product. Let's take example like your DMart. Okay, DMart. So I hope people you able to see my screen. Anyone
Yes,
having
sir.
an issue? Please
Yes,
let me
we
know.
can.
All right, thank you. So what we do, let's suppose I invested a lot of money. As I'm a business person, I'm invested a lot of money. I'm sitting side away to start this business. Okay, I'm a business person. I invested a lot of amount money on some business. Finally, what I want to see, I want to take decisions. what decisions, whether my business is growing up, whether I'm generating revenue or not, whether I'm going profit or loss. So I want to know how you're going to know, how you're going to take a decisions, whether I'm getting profit or loss. So as a customer, what people they do as a customer, if you see in a market, you'll find one counter. There is a counter when you purchase any kind of product as a customer. What we do, we go and purchase a product, and you do whatever the product you purchase as a customer. What you do a billing. So this billing is nothing but they have a one billing application. One application they have. They develop in Java, .NET, whatever it is. We are not the part of that. Let them develop. So whatever the moment they do barcode, that all information will capture in your system. If you see or not, if you observe or not in the any supermarket, the moment they do barcode, that all information will capture the product details, what is the product, how much quantity you purchase, what is the price, what is the discount amount, what is other things. So all will be captured here, the brand, other things. So this all information, what we are doing, we are storing in one specific storage account. We are storing in one specific account. Whatever information, the moment he submit the button, that information we store in one storage account. The moment he submit that details, that billing information will store in one storage account. That storage account we are calling here as live storage. Depend upon the company to company. Depend upon the company to company. What they do, they purchase different storages. Some companies they store in databases. Maybe you use SQL, MySQL, Oracle, or whatever it may be. Some people what they do, they use for flat files like CSV, TXT, JSON, Excel. If you see 10 or 15 years back in bank, what they are doing in bank, whatever you credited, deposited, account creation, everything they are storing in Excels in different sheets. And then after one day, they are updating to the live storages. And tomorrow, what you do, you take a passbook, you'll see whether that amount is received or not. Earlier, we were doing this method. After closing the bank, evening 5 o'clock, they'll update in the live servers. Now you don't require, we have direct connectivities. Direct, whatever the moment is submit, that details will capture in live. The moment you do bank transactions through phone pay, Paytm, the account will be reflected immediately. This is live storage. This storage we call OLTP storage. And believe me, this is only the words that you have. If non-technical person, if your people are seeing here, this is, you feel that this is a new terminology, online transaction processing. But this is a complete same names in complete whole life. Okay. So this feel like new terminologies. Don't worry. It is just like same words going further also. So whatever transactions you're doing, you store in these databases in different storage. Or people who know the cloud, they go with the data lake, Azure SQL, or data warehouse. So different storages they do. So what we want to share him as a information that the business is growing up or business is going down. He want to know that information. So how we are going to share him? How we are going to tell him that this is going up or this is going down? So he's a business background. He don't know technologies or technical stuff. He just need to understand the report. By seeing the report, he can understand whether it's going or high or down. And that report also should be like a visualizations, different visualizations, colorful, so that he can understand. If I give him raw data, rows and columns, table format, rows and columns, there's a millions of rows and columns. He'll not understand rows and columns also. So he want in different format, different graphs, so that he can understand easily. But the problem here is you have data in different storages. Some data, application data, let's suppose you are having different regions, like some data in Hyderabad, they are storing in database. In Bangalore, they are storing in files. In Pune, they are storing in Pune location, they are storing in Oracle, or some other country, some other location, they are storing in different storages, cloud. But he want to know location wise, their revenue generated. Location, let's suppose Pune is there, how much revenue is generated? 2000, 3000. If Hyderabad is there, how many locations are generated? How many data is generated? If it is Goa, how many data is generated? How many revenue is generated? You want to know. And this, believe me, these people will only look forward for high level of reporting. They never see who customer, which product he purchased. He never see customer level. He only look for a high level of reporting. In the sense, year-wise data, monthly-wise sales, daily sales, product-wise sales. This is how high level of reporting they do. But here we have millions of transactions in this one. And let's suppose tomorrow he asks you, sir, we want a data, last 5 years of data he want. For one day we are getting millions of transactions. He asking me for 5 years of data. Why 5 years of data? The old customer, whoever he came to our market, we want to give you promotions. We want to do some offers. We want to some messages to them for offers. So how you're going to get the 5 years of data, or how you're going to analyze the 5 years of data? So it is not possible in the live servers, in the live databases. Why it is not possible? This is a storage account. This is also storage account. Why we don't maintain the historical data? Anyone know why we don't maintain historical data in live storages? What is the reason? What is the drawback?
Data will be huge and the performance will be less.
Yes, data will be used, the performance will be less. And when you do the DML operations, like insert, somebody purchase the product, we do insert the information. Somebody want to return, we update the product. Somebody wants to change, we will be deleting it. So this information, when you do it on millions of data, it takes longer time. And that is what in live server, whenever let's suppose morning 9 a.m. it is started and it is closing 10 p.m. We don't touch these storages because it is transactions are going on from different locations. And more important point here is, if we ask you this kind of data, how you generating the data? That Hyderabad data storing in databases, Bangalore data is storing in the other one, Pune storing in Oracle, and Goa location they are storing in cloud, in data lake. In data lake they are storing it. It is difficult to combine all this data and to generate the report. Okay, if it is SQL Server database, okay, I can write a select query, whatever we want, the data, product data, I'll share it. But the data is every time you cannot write a SQL Server in the files. You cannot write a query in the Oracle. Yes, you write in the different format. You cannot write a query in the data lake. So different locations, different format. Some may it comes as a structured format, some may come up unstructured format, semi-structured, different formats of data. And we want centralized, if somebody write a query, it should get all locations data. And these people also will not wait for 1 minute or 2 minutes. He want immediately the report. Let's suppose I ask Power BI team, guys, please, Power BI team, I'll hire some report developers here who generate report for me. I'll hire a report developer, maybe who know the Power BI, who know the SSRS, who know the Tableau, who know the Cognos. What these people they do? Nothing. These people again come back. These report developers, what they do? Even though I hire a report developers, I pay lakhs of salary, I'll hire it. What these people they do? Simply, they'll take this query, same whatever I did, they'll paste it here. They'll paste it here. What they do? What is the reporting is nothing but reporting is nothing but a query. And what will happen? This data again will go and fire on database. Again, he has to wait 10 minutes, 15 minutes till that query is run. And this also you cannot run when live is going on. You cannot run it. If you run that query and the data is processing here, that data processing has to wait. The resource is already occupied with select star from. So there is a lagging process. There is a performance degradation process, performance degradations issues. The multiple issues will raise. Either he has to wait, you has to wait until that process is complete. So that is the reason what we are doing. We are implementing one BI process. We are implementing one BI process. What BI process we are doing? We are hiring the ETL developers. We are paying lakhs of salary to the ETL developers. What these ETL developers will do? What is their job? Their job is wherever the data is there, in whatever the location, whatever the format is there. What these people they're doing? What these people are doing? They will extracting the data on for you from a different storages, from different storages. They'll extract this data. They'll extract this data in easy way without any coding. They'll clean up the data, transform the data, and then they're going to load this data wherever you give them target. Let's suppose I want to target in database or in data warehouse. I'm going to help them to load this data in database or data warehouse, wherever he want. I'm going to load this data, process data, meaningful data. So all country data, all location data. So whatever the location, it may be Hyderabad, it may be a Pune, it may be a Bangalore, it may be a whatever it is, all data I'm processing here. And not only all data. So when we are starting in generally in cloud, we using the data factory as a ETL. In normally in on-premises, we are using here as SSIS ETL tool in on-premises. In the cloud, we are using Azure Data Factory as a service. So this data, when we are using, when the store is closed after 10 p.m., I'm going to schedule my job, my ETL. So I'm going to start from level PM. My data is going to extract, this job is going to run, and automatically the data will load in this storage account. So every day I'm going to load, I'm going to maintain the historical data here. And this data is just readable data. This data is just readable data. We are not going to delete anything. We are just reading the data here. And this is a historical data, all region data we are maintaining here. 5 years, 4 years, how many years you want, you are maintaining here. So tomorrow, if they want a query, these people can directly extract the data from here. And this is the individual database, data warehouse. So this system we are calling here as OLAP system, online analytical processing. This process we call OLTP transaction. Here we do insert, update, delete commands, but here we only do insert command and read, only readable data. What these people do? They'll extract this data. But here also, this reporting team is only going to work on Hyderabad location. Example, they have just hired for to do reporting on Hyderabad. What these people they do? They write a filter. They'll write a query here where location is Hyderabad. But here when you filter it, there is a huge volume of data. Every day will get huge volume of data. Again, this person has to wait for to get the data in response. The moment he extract, he will get in response the result. So this developers, this business team will not wait that much of time. So what they do, they will again ETL with the help of ETL developers. They'll try to get it, move this data into different data marts. So this is a specific data marts, different purpose of data marts. This is same as database only, but the purpose of this data mart is, the purpose of this data mart is data marts. So the purpose of data mart is nothing but a specific purpose of databases. Let's suppose I want to just filter out for Hyderabad. I'll make the separate database. If you are working for Pune, the separate Pune. So again, you required ETL developer to process this data again. So again, we required here also a pipeline creation. Data factory ETL tool is required. And directly, instead of filtering where clause, they can directly hire, they can get the data from this data mart more faster. So some company, what they do instead of data mart, what they do, they maintain the summarized data, aggregated data, high level of data. Again, here also we require data factory. This is my summarized data. Summarized data means aggregated data, aggregated data, summarized data. If it is a millions of record, 1 million, here you'll have in 1K. You can store in 1K because this aggregated data, some minimum, maximum counts only we are storing it here. But here, each and every transaction we are storing here. If you are storing 200, there's a 200 transactions. Here we're just storing one record. So it is easy and more faster than, because here also you're showing the same thing. So some people, what they do, they maintain the summarized data in company level. So definitely there will be a databases which having summarized. I'll show you in my real time also, whatever we are doing in real time project. I'll show you how we are maintaining the summarized data. It takes the database space also very less, and same kind of reporting. Here you are doing directly from data warehouse and you'll get the same result. Here also you'll get the same result, but maintenance is very less. And some companies like JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, Henkel, those company which having a business companies related data, they again store in the cubes, different cubes. So there is a one model called SSAES model. Some nowadays they are using some snowflakes. They are using some other cubes method. Okay, generally one of the module from MSBI is SSAES. So these people, what they do here also, they maintain in a cube databases. Again, the data will come from your data warehouse. For anywhere, you have to work in all the areas of pipeline. Wherever you go, you have to work on ETL. So that is what your role when compared to report developers. Your role is more important here. So this complete data, whatever data is coming, you are transforming them. You are making into proper information. That information you're storing here. The data may come from different format. You are making them, combining the data, making in one format data and storing that information in structure format so that it will be helpful for others to get easy method. So this is we call end-to-end BI process. End-to-end BI process. Okay. So this is our end-to-end BI process. This is what? This is I have explained this diagram. In real time, you'll find this high level of information. This is a high level of information. When we explain to the client, this is high level. They don't know what is data factory. They don't know what is database. They want in output is only this method. This is only they want. So they never see what sort of thing you are doing in background. They only know they want in the result in these formats, whether it's a desktop, whether it's a mobile, whether whatever it is. Now, in terms of data factory developer, what is data factory? If you go to this inside of this data factory, you will find like this. Inside data factory, you will find like this picture, technical picture. If you see this picture, data factory, this is high level of picture. When you want to extract data from files to load the SQL server inside of data factory, this is a technical picture. To create a data factory, to design the pipeline, this is a process. Extract the data from storage to load the SQL server. This is the high level picture. This is the technical picture. This is what we need to implement now. So this all we are going to discuss. What is link service? What is the storage account? What is the data set? What is activities? how to create link service, what is Azure Key Wallet, what is a database, how to create Azure SQL database, how compare with on-premises database, what is advantages here, how to create table, whether it is the same or not. This is all we are going to learn in our regular classes. So definitely I'll show you one practical. Okay. Don't worry, I'll give you this practical, then we'll go for other things. Once you have a data in your storage account, as I said, they can take directly from here or directly from summary data or directly from cubes to share the report to the end users. So earlier, this is completely on-premises based. Currently, the situation is on-premises based. The people who are looking for a cloud, the same architecture, same process, people are looking for a cloud. Now, current situation, what is happening? They require systems, physical installations. You need to purchase a Windows license and Windows operating system license. You need to purchase a storage account. Separate storage account team is required. Is it separate storage account team is required who maintain the different storages in specific temperature? If you see data centers, I don't know you people move to data center or not. There is a specific temperature we maintain the data. Some temperature also mismatch. So there is a chance of data corruption. So there is a dedicated team will be there in real time. You are just take example, you are storing in the Google Drive. You don't know where it is storing. You are storing in the Google Drive photos, images, those things. There also one data center with the name, your email address. So separate team is required. Separate, again, salary I have to pay for separate team. ETL tools I have to purchase. SQL Server license I have to purchase. License is not an easy cost. It is very tough and it is a key based. How many keys you are using, you have to pay for the amount. SQL Server license. So for few 1 year, 2 years project, I have to purchase everything to deliver this report. And even the maintenance of this one is separate team is required. Dedicated team is required. So that is the reason the same process, see here we are completely having end-to-end process. The same process Microsoft come across with a concept called cloud. So what they implemented here is they implemented the concept is cloud. In this cloud, what they are trying to tell you that you no need to purchase anything. You no need to purchase anything. We are going to provide you one cloud, one store. You no need to purchase. If you want to purchase anything, we are going to give you as a rental purpose. If you want systems, we will provide you as a system. If you want database, we'll provide you database for rental. If you want storage account, we'll provide you storage account, and you pay how much data you are storing. You no need to pay for maintenance cost. You no need to pay for any processing charges. You just pay us how much data you're storing. 1 GB data, store 1 GB data. 250 GB you're using, use 250 GB and pay whatever you're using it. If you want ETL, we provide you best ETL tool, which process any format of data in easy way without any programming, without any coding knowledge. We providing you best ETL tool. You want database, you no need to purchase SQL Server. You want company level, they use as enterprise editions. The SQL Server, whatever you're using in your local system, that is a developer edition. Like this, we have different editions: developer, evaluation, express, enterprise. Company use enterprise only. It is costly. The same editions, same versions. Versions also important. From 2008 to 22, these many versions are there. Whatever version we're going to provide, you pay only as a rental fees. So the store name, they're asking to come to the store name they given here as Azure. So just you need to come to the store, that Azure, how you purchase the products like in Amazon, Flipkart. Same way you have to purchase here also. You purchase a product, what these people are doing, you can go to this portal, you can purchase a product. Here also you have to go to this portal, you have to purchase a service. Okay, and you no need to pay anything. Generally in your company level, if you want to, let's suppose you design in on premises. Let's take example, think you design all these things in on premises and you declare storage account as 250 GB. Tomorrow you are getting a huge transactions. You want to increase more 250 GB. You want to make it to 500 GB. Is that can be done easily? It is not possible easily. Yes, it is can done easily, but it required many approval, and also you have to see whether that infrastructure, that structure will support that more 250 GB or not. If you extend, many things are required. External hard disk is required. And even though you put external hard disk, whether your processor, your other capacities will have that capability to hold more 250 GB or not. If it is not holding, then there is again lagging performance issues will come. So everything, the architecture to increasing, we have to see where where it is having issues. So there may be a chance of performance degradation. But here in cloud, you selected as 250 GB and you want to increase more 500, easily you can increase. Automatically the infrastructure will change. You no need to worry about how it is changing, how it is applying it. The maintenance part Microsoft is going to take care. If anything is happened 250 GB, you have to take everyday backup. Every day you have to take a backup. If it is not taking backup, if something happened, data will corrupted. But here, every day, whatever you're storing the data, there is a backup. There is a backup. You take or you don't take, Microsoft will take a backup in separate locations. So here also you are storing in the cloud. That doesn't mean it's stored in the cloud. There is no virtually. You are acting like a virtually. You are acting like a Google Drive also is like a virtual storage. Definitely it is a virtual storage. But background, on behalf of you, somebody will work on your storage. There is a data center. So that is what nowadays Microsoft have lot of opportunities. Microsoft has lot of opportunities. If you see, Mindtree is one of the company who mostly hire for Microsoft as a contract based. So whatever you're storing the data, there is a physically store in the data center. They have some backend, the PowerShells, whatever you select, you just need to fill like a form. I want 250 GB, I want location, so and so. Just you have to submit the button. Everything will go and write in the script. It will store and allocate some space for you in that location, in that country. So there is a physical data center is also there. So you don't need to worry about that all. To explain to a customer, they are hiring the requirements. They are hiring the team. So contract based, if you see most of the people from Mindtree company, they're hiring for Microsoft as a client for contract based. So don't worry about opportunity. I'll explain the opportunity in tomorrow's class. So these all are divided into different platforms. These all are divided into different platforms. The platforms are in Azure is very big subject. So you need to decide what is my background. What is my background? So before learning this data factory or before coming to these classes, first understand what is your background. Will I fit the background, or you have a background like reporting, or you have a background like already working in ETL tool, or you have a background in database side or DBA side or any other MIS side or non-technical or BPO side, business process outsourcing or BPO or any no technical, or already I want to migrate to this one. So whatever your background is here, this from this background, so you can go easily for Azure BI developer. So generally we call here Azure data engineers. You are only just working for a data. You are not a part of developing any report. You only working for data, whatever the data it may be. You only working for data. That is what you call here as Azure Data Engineer. You have a certification DP203. You can go and write the Microsoft certification. You can go and write the Microsoft certification TP. So 203 somewhere it is there. 203 is there. You can write that certification for Azure Data Engineering purely. If you are looking for other countries opportunity, but Indian, if you're looking for jobs in India, you don't require certificate. If it is there, it is good, well and good. If it is not there, there's no problem, because in Indian they never see the certification. They always look for a person who can able to clear the interview or not. Whether you have many certification, no problem. Whether if you don't give an interview, there is no use of your certification. Certification you can crack it later. The people who join from other countries, for them I'm saying. Okay, so the important point is who can
Sir,
easily go for.
sir,
Yes,
sir, sorry to interrupt you.
yeah,
Sir, is there any coding is there in this one, sir? Any coding is there in ADF factory that which can we do?
I'll tell you.
Because
So in our course, we only just required SQL knowledge. That's more enough. SQL knowledge is required. Basic SQL knowledge is required. And wherever it is required, some basic level I'm going to explain you, but it is important you have to learn some basic SQL knowledge. Yeah, definitely there is some topics like Azure Databricks. There's one concept called Azure Databricks. There you require some knowledge. This is one module, only one module among our course. In that you require some programming knowledge. That also you can do, still you can do in SQL. If you know Python, that is okay. So nowhere we use in our course, if it is 100% course means almost 90%, 95% we are covering with SQL. Only 5% is go for Databricks. Nowhere did we go coding. Nowhere we go coding. Only one topic is there, Databricks. There we required some coding knowledge. Still you can manage with SQL. There is no problem. If you're good at SQL, you can manage with SQL. Here you write a coding. 95% we do only with SQL. This only SQL knowledge is required. Okay. So whoever is coming from this background, for them, yeah, I'll just clear your doubt. Just give me 5 minutes. I'll close this. Okay. I'll answer all your doubts. So people who are from this background can go for Azure BA developer blindly. Okay, even non-technical who want to start your career, please go with this one. There's no technical, there's no prior coding knowledge is required. Just basic SQL is more enough.
Hello,
And
sir.
yeah, just give me 5 minutes. I'll complete this one and I'll clear your doubts. Okay, just give me
Okay.
5 minutes. And the people who are from Azure developer, purely Azure developer, here we required coding knowledge. Okay, who comes from the Java, .NET, C Sharp, okay, .NET, C Sharp, who are programming knowledge, people can go for Azure developers. Why I am saying this? Because this is, as I said, there's a very big subject. In this one, we're going to learn regarding only these related services. If it is Azure developer, we are going to learn about the programming and all. If people are from Azure admin or subscription, we call, those people come under the admin. The role there is giving access, maintaining the accounts, billing part, other creations of accounts, maintain the Azure Active Directory. So this is all their role. So this some part we will be seeing admin part, and nowhere we are touching the programming. So we only discussing about Azure BI developer part. And Azure BI developer part, we get a number of services, number of topics we have. So what are the topics in the course content we have? In the course content, we have number of topic. Azure Data Factory is one of the service, data warehouse, data lake, blob storages, on-premises storages, data, Azure SQL database. Again, Azure SQL, you have 3 modules, Azure storages, explorers, accounts, and resource groups. Some other different topics that we have. Okay, this is all we are going to cover. Databricks. Here only this model is required for programming. Nowhere we required programming. Okay, still I'm going to explain you some reporting part, migration. So definitely there is a question from you are migrating to the cloud. How what participation you made in the migration. This is all we are going to discuss. Okay. So don't worry, I'll list it out in tomorrow class. Tomorrow class, I'll just give you what are the services we are covering, what are the services we are covering under Azure BI, and also I'll show you the practically this diagram. Okay, this practically we'll see this diagram in tomorrow's class. Okay. So guys, whoever is not shared your details, please provide your detail. I'll just forward you this recording and the course content material.